Hello there. Today is the 7th of June 2020. Today is going to be a sad day because I am saying goodbye to some of my dearest friends, my facial hair. Yep, I'm shaving them off today. And it has been, wow, how long has it been? When was the last time I shaved? I think I stopped shaving ever since I start, quarantine myself at home. That would be, if I remember this correctly, 23rd of March. So March, April, May, now it's June. So 2 months plus 2 weeks. So roughly 10 weeks. So wow, I haven't been shaving for at least 10 weeks. I think that's the longest time I've ever gone through life without shaving. If you don't count the time before I started to shave, right around in college, because you don't really have a lot of facial hair before you hit puberty, I guess, which was really late for me for some reason. Anyway, I've been shaving and never stopped because facial hair is disgusting. But I figure, if you're in quarantine. Oh, by the way, if you're looking back in this video, you would, some of the background knowledge you have to know is that I am currently in a quarantine caused by COVID-19 virus. So, never, longest time ever, haven't been shaving for over 2 months, 10 weeks. And so tomorrow is the 8th of June. That'll be the date where I go back to work. Really excited about that. Well, it's probably the wrong word to use, excited about going back to work. It's work. Nobody likes working. Well, that's not true because at least I do know someone who really likes to work. Ned, my boss, Ned Seaman. Wow, I can't really finish a sentence without correcting myself twice. Yeah, anyway, it's really exciting to be able to go out again, except for, these days, these 2 months. The only time I've been going out is to collect food. Not collect food, buy food. It's a little bit of wrong word to use. Collect is something you would do if you're like live in the wild. You have to go out and collect food to survive or whatever. No, I just go to a store and buy them. Yeah, anyways, I've thought about not shaving at all. Just go to work like this. Not like anybody would care. Probably the guard would care a little because when you're wearing a mask under these, on top of these beard, the seal is not going to be completely sealed. So they might have a problem with that. They're going to be like, oh, you have to shave your beard. Otherwise, it's pointless to wear a mask. That probably would be one of the arguments, but I don't really care about that. It's just, it's ridiculous. I look at myself, my hair is ridiculously long. They're everywhere, covering my ears and everything. It's really messy and uncomfortable. And if I want, I can simply do this and eat. That's really gross, but eat, 1 or 2 strands of my own beard. It's that crazy. Anyway, and also my friends who had the privilege of seeing a few pictures of myself on the social media, they said I look ridiculous, which is true because the comments I got from them are like, you look like an Eskimo, you look like a wildling, you look like someone who hasn't been shaving for 2 months, stuff like that. And also like you look like the guy who's the leading character of Robinson Crusoe, right? The book about a guy who got left on an island and tried to survive for a few years, whatever. But I'm putting all of that behind me because I'm shaving today. Guys, it's really hard, okay? I don't think I ever am going to be, not shaving for such a long period of time for the rest of my life. I don't know, maybe when I hit an old man age, like 60 or 70 or something, when the appearances of beard is a sign of wisdom. Old man with beard probably 中后长者, you know, like they look wise. Maybe when that happens, I'll start to having beard again, but not for the next foreseeable 30 years, I guess. So this is a moment I wanna preserve. That's actually the main reason I'm making this video, just to give myself something to look back on in the future. You know how ridiculous I am when I was in my 20s. Anyway, so I had this idea of, you know, partially shaving half of my beard. So let's say this half will be shaved and this half won't, and I'll take pictures. Okay, this is, I don't know if I'm gonna go through with this. The idea is to kind of you know, try to imitate myself as the Two-Faced Man in, you know, in the Batman movies. Okay, so the background story is there's a movie called Batman Begins. No, The Dark Knight. Yeah, the second series, second episode of the trilogy. And there's this guy who, at the beginning, is a state attorney of Gotham, it's a White Knight, and then in the end he was burned, half of his face was burned, and he got into this you know, kind of a villain. So I'm gonna, you know, show like this half will be shaved White Knight, this half will be not shaved villain. I don't know, it's a silly idea. Quarantine makes you crazy, you know, you start to want to do these things that don't make sense at all. Anyway, you know, I've been not holding back on mocking myself, so might be a nice idea. I don't know. Anyways, so the things I'm gonna do when I get back to work is pretty much the things I could just do when I'm at home. You know, I finished everything I want to do experimental wise on the catalyst project. I did the temperature test, which is, you know, to show that our crystal catalyst has excuse me, that was just because I've been talking too long, not because I had the COVID. I'm completely healthy, I assure you, because otherwise they don't want you to go back to work. Anyway, as I was saying, the project I was working on recently, not recently, it was over 2 months ago, but the latest project was the crystal, self-assembled crystal catalyst project, where I am able to prove that my DNA crystal has the ability to selectively enhance the reactivity of certain reactions in a mixture. So up until now, I have proved that it works in temperatures from 0 degrees Celsius to all the way to 40. Different, you know, reactivity bump, age temperature of course, but all better than not using the crystal. Also, I've been able to prove that our crystals have, you know, it can do recycling reactions, which means that the crystals are not like garbage after one use. It can be used multiple times. So that's all I wanted to do. Other than that, the rest of the work is to summarize everything, writing the paper, and then try to publish it. So theoretically, I could just do that at home. But as you know, I've never been known as the guy who can get a lot of done at home. It's ridiculous. I've been playing World of Warcraft Classic for the last 2 months, intensively, every day. And that's bad, so I just want to go back to work and then get a few things done, seeing the out world again, you know, and everything. It's been crazy lately, if you don't know what's going on here. So we're at the 7th of June 2020, and aside from the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been protests about the death of Mr. Floyd, who was a victim of you know, racism and police, you know, brutal police methods. Let me actually Google that and then read it to you in case you're too lazy to find out, wherever you are watching this. The death of Floyd. Okay, so on May 25th, 2020, George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, died in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after white police officer Derek Chauvin Kennett knelt on his neck for almost 9 minutes. 9 minutes, Jesus, on your neck. While Floyd was handcuffed and lying face down on the street. So he was choked to death. It was obviously another case of white supremacists and racism in America. Protests have been all over the country, even the world. Where I live, which is Roosevelt Island, there has been protesters here peacefully protesting a few days ago. Not so peaceful on other part of the city. There has been looting, a term you would not think to use on events like this. People go on the streets, they smash stores, they take whatever they can take. It's called looting. It's not even called robbing. Jesus. Anyways, it's not really peaceful out there. It's dangerous on both the virus part and also the protesting part, but still, I'm excited to go out. There's some point where you're just too sick of staying at home all day, and then you're willing to risk your life and health by just going out there. I'm gonna go take the subway to work, which is really dangerous. A good friend of mine, Alan, who said he wouldn't want to take the subway because it's too dangerous, so he has been using cabs, which is too expensive for me, so I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, not much else to talk about here. Want to focus on the positivities of life, going back to work, being a part of the society again, because humans are essentially, I forgot who said that. Marx said that. Human is the sum of all your social interactions, or something like that. I don't know the exact translation of that. So you're not you don't exist unless you go out and interact with people. You're the sum of your social interactions, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's not like I haven't got any sort of social interactions while I'm at home. I'm playing World of Warcraft. It's not something you can do without talking to people, without interacting to people, but that's online, so it's different. I'm missing the food out there. I've been cooking for myself for 2 months, and I'm a little sick of my cooking. So also, why cook when you can just buy stuff? Anyways, it's been fun. I'm trying to stretch this video the longer I can, as long as I can, so I have more images of myself looking ridiculous like this. Actually, okay, truth be told, completely honest answer is I don't think I look bad. I look just, okay, let me give you a very sexy pose. No, can't do that. Can't do it. But still, I don't think it's ridiculous. It's just probably too much of a difference between how I used to look and how I look right now. So people are gonna go like, oh, it's disgusting, it's crazy, it's Robinson, it's Eskimo. No, they're just jealous because they can't grow a beard like this. Not everybody can grow a full facial beard like this. I even have the one on my cheekbones and whatever. So I was thinking about just getting rid of here and here, but leave this line. But it's probably just too much to keep in mind every day. You have to shave a little bit every day to make sure it looks the same or whatever. Just too much trouble. Might as well shave the whole thing up. And okay. Also, I had this idea of me singing a new song I just learned on this video. So yeah, it's a song called The Longest Time by Billy Joel. It's not a new song per se. I don't know when. Let me just Google it real quick. For the longest time. Wikipedia. The Longest Time. The Longest Time is the Doo Whoop single by Billy Joel. The song was released as a single in 1984. Jesus, 10 years before I was born. As a fourth single from the 1983 album, Innocent Man. Following the theme of the album is in playing tribute to Joel's musical influences. The song is presented in the style of Frankie Lemon, don't know who that is, and the Teenagers. It reached number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on Billboard's Adult Commentary chart. Wow, really popular song. It's really good though. You'll see. In the United Kingdom, the song reached number 25 on UK singles chart. Alright, it's not exactly a new song. Like I said, it was written and published 10 years before I was born in 1984. Well, 11 years. I was born in 1995. But again, anything you don't know before is new to you. This song is new to me. Just like, you know, the band, not the band, the Lonely Islands. You know, the group of people who sings really interesting songs has not been known to me until last year. So this is a new song to me, and I really liked it. So I'm gonna sing it. Okay. And then just give me a second. Oh, by the way, these pecans, they're really bad because the ones I was used to eat back in China was already dried and then flavored. These are like originals, which is not as good. And just want to show you an image of me eating stuff with this. It's really ridiculous. Just when you have a long beard like this, you can taste your beard when you're eating and drinking. It's really ridiculous. I don't know how those people manage to eat without trouble when they have longer beard than me. There's a story, anecdote, in the Three Kingdom age where a general, Guan Yu, has really long beard. So one day his really good, not brother in blood, but brother by social interactions, ask him, hey, where do you put your beard when you're sleeping? Is it outside of the cover or inside the cover? And I was like, oh wait, that's a really good question. I've never thought of that. Let me tell you the answer tomorrow when I find out tonight. And then, later that day, when he was about to go to sleep, he felt uncomfortable putting the beard outside of the cover, but also uncomfortable putting the beard inside the cover. So he was like, I can't go to sleep right now. Because, things you don't notice sometimes just work out themselves. But when you start to notice and you start to want to figure out, it's suddenly, really complicated. So it's funny because it's true. I don't think I'm ever going to be having beard that long for the rest of my life. Except for, in old ages, like I said, when I'm going to appear wise when I have longer beard, but not for the next 30 years. Anyways, let's sing the song. I have leftover pecans in my on my teeth, so. Oh, the other thing I was doing really well at home is weight management. I managed to lose weight, not gaining, considering you're just sitting around and playing games all day. So good for me. The Longest Time by Billy Joel. Can I get a karaoke lyrics for this? Not the lyrics, it's like banzo, I don't know how to say it in English. Music? Let's see how this works. Now you gotta skip this advertisement on YouTube. 2
Smana
ads.
is like very outgoing.
Go to hell. For the longest time, whoa. For the longest, if you said goodbye to me tonight, there will still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. I haven't been there for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me. When you put your arms around me. I've lost it. Okay, probably not a. Let's start over maybe. Yeah, because when you put your arms around me. Yeah, I lost it over there. Start over. Also, I feel like it's harder to sing over the music because somehow you're forcing yourself to sing in a higher pitch. I don't know. Let's try again, shall we? Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest, if you said goodbye to me tonight, there will still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me. When you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa, the longest, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest, I'm the voice you're hearing in the hall. And the greatest music of America of all is how I need you and how you needed me too. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, but you feel so right, and I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too hard, but I've gone this far, and it's more than I hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Woo. Shit. Sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna. There for the long. I had second thoughts at the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hoped for. I don't care what consequences bring. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that. I tend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, the longest, for the longest time. Whoa, the longest, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. For the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. How many of these are going on? Longest time. Oh, for the longest time. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. Yeah, that was a really bad performance. I am not as a good singer as I thought myself to be. Let's do it without the video, shall we? That way I can be in control for myself. Boom, 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 whoa. No. Whoa, the longest for the longest time. Whoa, the longest for the longest. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. I haven't been there for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you find me when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa, the longest for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest I'm that voice you're hearing in the hall. And the greatest miracle of all, that's where you lead them, is how I need you. Okay. And the greatest miracle of all is how I need you and how you needed me too. I haven't been there for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, and you feel so right, and I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too hard, but I've gone this far, and it's more than I hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts at the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hoped for. Ooh, I don't care what consequence it brings. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, the longest for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Okay, that did not get any better. Maybe I just can't really sing this song very well. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna go shave my beard right now. Maybe, go implement the idea of shaving half of it and, imitating the Two-Faced Man. And, I've always a hard believer on the phrase, night is always darkest just before dawn. So when things are going bad on every term of your life, when they're getting worse and worse and worse, you know, when you think it can't get any worse anymore, it just can't. It's gonna go better, or you die, you know. But I want to be optimistic on that. Things are gonna get better, and I'll see you in the future. Peace out.